a totally self-indulgent adventure that I guess for some time I'd wanted to do. I can't remember the point at which I suddenly decided this is going to be a mission, a project. I certainly didn't do it. My motives weren't macho. I wasn't trying to prove anything to anybody. I did it for fun. And I always promised myself that the day it stopped being fun, I'd turn around and go home. It was an education to me, and I think that the education shouldn't just be one-sided. And I wanted people to benefit, get some knowledge, make some use of it. And the way to do that was to film it, so it became first-hand to them as well. It wasn't just my perspective. The reason I chose the route that I did was because in the United States there are Triumph dealers. If I had problems with the bike, which was very new at the time, I could probably get them sorted out there. All the teething problems that were associated with motorbike travel on this Triumph, which is a totally untested machine. I could have taken a Japanese bike that probably has done the trip before, but I wanted it to be frightfully British, if you like. There is a certain pride in that. And here was a motorbike that was not built for this kind of travel at all, but I thought it would be the most dynamic testing ground of all. My mission is to solely circumnavigate the world. To perform this task, I've selected this, the magnificent 1200cc Triumph Trophy. I have two navigational aids, a little compass, and this, a school atlas, circa 1987. We're on page 115 because we're in Memphis, Tennessee, down by the sides of the sleepy old Mississippi. And tomorrow I plan to move south along the river and maybe we'll get as far as New Orleans.
Look, every $2 or $3 you give me, we'll go to support my college education. Shut up, lady. But if everybody gives me $5 or $10, I won't have to go to college.
There were certain states that I found very, very boring, very tedious to travel across, and once I'd escaped the rain, I travelled west, almost as fast as I could, to find some sunshine. And Texas is a state that I expected to be full of big herds of cows and nodding donkey oil wells, and frankly I was rather upset that I didn't see any of this at all. It's just big wide open plains and you're cruising mile after mile after mile. It was hard work, there's a high wind blowing all the time. I was riding at 45 degrees a lot of the time. Eventually got to Dallas, and by this time I was pretty tired, I guess. And I fell asleep on the bike. I was sitting there riding the bike and I fell asleep. I don't know for how long, probably only a few seconds. And I had this dream that I was at home. My girlfriend Marin was getting up, getting ready for work. I was thinking, oh, I've got to get out of bed, and I didn't want to. And all of a sudden I woke up and it was dark. I couldn't understand it. I'd ridden into an underpass. Not only that, there were trucks with wheels 6 feet high all around me, thundering along. And it took all of my strength and concentration just to ride a straight line until I got back into the sunshine again.